Hi guys, we're in upstate New York and we're about to tackle our next project. We're here, this is our playroom of sorts. It's up in the country. It's basically the first room we renovated in this house, and it's kind of the one that's been the most forgotten and neglected. There are a couple of major issues. Number one, the ceiling is falling down. Ooh. There's also some water damage along this wall. We got a leak upstairs. It wasn't a big leak, just basically enough to stain the wall here, but it looks really grody. But more importantly, we have a major storage issue in here. We have this hulking great sleeper sofa that no one ever sleeps on, and it's totally decimated. So I want it out. I'm over it, I'm done with it. I've had it for like 3 houses. It's dead to me. It's going to the dump. That's that. Then I have this awesome cabinet that I actually got. It was part of our kitchen cabinet set. For some reason, it's sitting over here, even though I just measured it and it fits perfectly there. I don't know how this happened. I think the sleeper sofa's at fault. That's what I want to believe, that the reason it didn't happen that way is because of the sleeper sofa. It's not my bad spatial relations, I swear. Anyway, so the plan is, I got incredible wallpaper. We're gonna wallpaper, we're gonna fix the ceiling, we're gonna get rid of this freaking sofa, and then we're gonna figure out how to really improve the storage in here so that it really functions as like kind of like a little sitting room, little library, little office, but also still accommodates all of the kids' toys, because there are a lot of them. Like there's this trunk, there's kids' toys in here that the kids can't access, and then this is the real wall of shame. There are kids' toys behind that sleeper sofa, just like in a pile, like a crazy, disorganized, impossible to extract pile. Now you know, I'm embarrassed. So we gotta fix that. So we're gonna fix that. All right, let's get started. All right, so we've got 2 pieces up. So wallpapering, unfortunately, when you're doing a pattern, isn't just as simple as getting the glue on the paper and sticking it on the wall. You also have to line up the pattern. Because everybody's ceiling heights are different, it's not just as simple as like, you know, they can't just plan for you. So you've got to do this yourself. So our ceilings, from floor to ceiling here, is 8 feet between the molding and the trim here. So what I gotta do, I gotta line up my thing. So like, oh look, that lines up perfectly, but that's an awfully large hole. So you gotta shift it up and find your pattern again. And I think the repeat here is like 8 inches, because I keep having this swath at the top of each round. So for me, the repeat is like 8 inches. So that means that when I take my measurement, I know that this is where my pattern starts. So I need to go 96 inches from here. Not 96 inches from the top of the paper, 96 inches from the beginning of my pattern repeat. So when you're measuring, you lay your wallpaper face down, because you're gonna put your glue or your water on the back side, obviously. And then get something heavy to keep the roll in place. You've got your mark here, see this? Boop, boop, that's where my pattern starts. So I'm gonna give myself an inch, and then I'm gonna measure from there. And that's my mark, right? Then take your straight edge, check your mark, make sure you're straight. Always use a really sharp blade. With wallpaper, it's worth it to just keep on swapping out your blades, because having a dull blade is just gonna make the whole thing agony. Make sure you're cutting on something other than your table, or you'll destroy your table. This wallpaper is already basic. It's got a self-adhesive on it, so I just have to spray water on it to activate it. So I do that. My spray bottle. You spray it on, nice and thorough. Get it on there. Get it on there. Get. Make sure you get your edges, because that's really gonna like make or break you wallpaper-wise. If your edges aren't wet enough, then they're gonna start peeling away, and then you're really gonna have problems like a year from now when all of your wallpaper starts shedding. We do something that's called booking your wallpaper. Well, you're basically gonna kind of just delicately fold it like that, and then you take the other end, delicately fold it like that. You're trying to get the edges to touch. You just want to like, it's just a way to make sure that your seams are really getting nice and wet, and it's also an easy way to carry it to your wall. You're not creasing this. See how like this is still just like a loose bend? Don't actually crease that, otherwise you're gonna see it on your wall and you're gonna regret it. Then you carry it nice and dainty. Come on in, bring your water, you're gonna want it. And this is kind of like and the back and forth begins. And you're just gonna put all your tools in your safari pants and then climb on up. And it's like a little tedious, but it's just, you know, you just go back and forth. You get your...
This video.
Oh, Jules is coming into the video too. You wanna help, Jules? Will you hand me that brush?
Oh, okay. This big one?
That big wood one?
Yeah, here.
Okay.
Go.
Thank you. Got it?
Woo.
Thank you very much.
This looks awesome already.
Hey, thanks, man.
Hey. Wow.
So basically, you get your pattern lined up. This wallpaper isn't intended to overlap. It's meant to butt right up, which means you really have to like get in there.
Butt right up? You mean butt right up?
Thank you, Joanne.
You just said butt right up.
I did say butt right up. Thank you.
You meant butt right up? It sounds like butt right up. It sounds like butt right up.
Will you scoot for a second, Captain Helpful?
Okay, bye.
I highly recommend doing this with children, especially once you're obsessed with butts. So see how I'm like really, you gotta line it up and just kind of slide it into place. Okay. You can get at your hardware store, it's a seam ruler. And you just really just roll over your seam. It looks like like a pizza cutter. And it helps just press your seam into place. Okay? And basically, once you've started in your corner, you actually, I know it seems like you go from top to bottom, but you're really working your way this way because you gotta get these things lined up. So you sort of get it roughly in place, and then you keep repositioning it kind of delicately to get it, because you're going this way. You're working your way this way because this is the line that counts. Okay, so wallpapering is finished, and now for the real task, which is putting everything back in. We went through all of the toys. There was a huge purge, and now we're ready to put all of this furniture back in and really see how this room looks. Okay, so we are finished in here. This room is completely transformed. Honestly, you know at the end when you finish a project and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I lived that way for so long. That's how I feel in this room. Because this room was completely forgotten and now it is fabulous. It should also be a show that we invent called Forgotten Now Fabulous. HGTV, call me. Anyway, this room is truly transformed. I love it. I love the wallpaper. It was such a breeze to put up. Literally, I think it took me like 5-6 hours. It wasn't a ton of time. This room is completely different. I'm thrilled. All right, that's it for today. Thank you again for tuning in. Don't forget to check out all our DIYs, our treehouse tours, our There You Go Thursdays, you name it. We're doing it all the time, every day. Hit that little bell. Ding!